Looks like we are having contractions again. Oops. All right. Just getting arranged. There we go. Oops. All right. Let me make sure my sound is good. Oh, do we have a kitten? Or is that... Oh, that might be number 4 already. That would be impressive because, boy, those were just a few little contractions. Wow, in the time it took me to move from the desk to the couch. All right, let's see. Maybe slightly better angle over here. Wow, number 1's really getting involved there. We have at least one tabby latched on the front half of her. And kitten number 1 assisting in the stimulating and drying of kitten number 4, who looks like another tabby of some sort. Oh, let me check my connection. Oh, let's try this. This audio oh, went for a walk. Oh boy. Kittens everywhere. I am guessing maybe the placenta still needs to come out. Definitely 2 big fat kittens. And quite vigorous number 4 there. Looking good. Number 1 is very active. There are going to be some epic milk bar battles. Oh, did we see an umbilical cord there? Let's see. If I go full screen, do we see it? Okay, so that one that just rolled over, I think, is the one that I cut the cord on, which would be number 2, I think. Because Mama's cord cutting was much shorter than mine. So I think pudgy, dramatic, patterned tabby is number 2. That's my hypothesis. Yeah, so placenta number 4 is in progress. Looks like. Well, let's see, we're getting more umbilical footage. Yeah, the upside down kitten with the light neck and the dark head is number 2, based on umbilical cord. And we are waiting on placenta number 4 to be delivered. Hi, Bunny. One, 2, 3, 4. Are there, wait, 1, 2, 3. Did she have 2 come out, or am I seeing one long kitten? Maybe just the one long kitten. Maybe I'm just seeing things because I'm excited for this birth to be over, this long anticipated birth. Yeah, I think I was just a long kitten. I was seeing from 2 different angles that looked like, because sometimes like 2 and 3 were born very close together. So it would make sense if 4 and 5 were born very close together with longer rests in between. Like if the horns were not aligned, so 1 came out and then 2 and 3 were aligned and 4 and 5 were aligned, assuming there's a 5th. This was a long kitten watch because she started having. I don't know if you hear that thumping. That's the miracle kitten thumping around like a maniac. This is not their usual pattern to have rambunctious playtime at 4 a.m. So it is currently 39 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So if you can imagine this birth happening outside, how hard it would be for her to keep them from freezing to death. We know kitten number 2 would not be alive because kitten number 2 needed to be resuscitated after a difficult journey through the birth canal breach. and getting her head stuck. And so, and then whatever surface she's giving birth on would be wet and cold. It'd be very difficult to keep this litter of kittens alive if she had given birth on the farm. Early kittens. So she probably needs to have a few more contractions to get that placenta out. But number 4 is already making his or her way to the milk bar. So judging from the amount of latching we're having, it seems as if her milk has come in, which is great. And so that's one big thing we can check off our long list of things to worry about. Good birth weights, we can check that off our long list of things to worry about. Mom having great instincts and taking great care of kittens, we can check that off our list. There's kitten number 2. Oh, you can't see the angle that I see, sorry. Kitten number 2 is on top of the pile right now. We don't know how many we're expecting, and I can't see currently. She's not in a good position to see if there's obvious kitten movement still. I think that there may still be one in, given how high the movement was when we saw it last, but it's possible that was a kitten that moved down further, and that could have been kitten number 4. I would love it if we were done at 4. That would be a nice number, nice manageable number for her. I can't tell if number 4 is also dilute or another word for gray, dilute black, but once he or she is dry, we'll have a better idea about that. As long as the placenta has not been expelled, number 4 will be tethered by their umbilical cord to the back end of mom, and so will not be able to get all the way full access to the milk bar, but they are close enough to reach a few of the lower nipples. So Puffa, the Miracle Puff and the Oracuta are so wound up right now. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, he's gone under the couch. I'll try to show you next time he goes thumping by. He's peeking out. Let's see. What's his butt? There's the Orcuda. The Orcuda was born with a cleft palate. The Miracle Kitten lost both of his back legs shortly after he was born. And they're best friends. Back to kittens. Hi, Puff, what are you doing? You look like you just came up here to cause trouble. Okay, she's having a little contraction to get that placenta out. But in the meantime, it looks like, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's do a latch check. She's making little biscuits. Hi, Puff, what are you doing? I think we've got 2 dilute and 2 non-dilute so far. Oops. Sally's so focused on her birthing, she hasn't even gone for a snack in the corner of the nest. She's doing a very good job. Do we hear placenta sounds? Oh. Oh, no, never mind. Doesn't sound quite slurpy enough to be a placenta, but maybe just general cleanup. Oh, well, let's see. No, I think we're still tethered. Waiting for placenta. I hear someone latching though. What did you do? What'd you get hooked on, Puff? Okay, don't menace the bunny. Don't be a menace to the bunny. That bunny didn't do anything to you. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. The Miracle Puff is feeling very. Oh my goodness. Lots of cat drama happening over here at my house. It's hard to appreciate kitten movement with her at this angle. But if she lays down a little bit, we can maybe, oh, look how cute. We can maybe see. There are obviously more. You're gonna be so sleepy tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Thanks to all the mods. I hope everyone who is tuning in and who might be new will continue watching these babies as they grow up. We also have another feral mama cat who is going to give birth in 9 to 13 days approximately. And those very adorable, awkward love tackles of her baby daddy who's with her. Awkwardly adorable. All right, let's see. Are we looking for... It's hard to see movement in the low light. It's pretty quiet, other than her breathing. Which could mean there's one like close to the canal where we don't really see movement, or if we're really lucky, could mean that she's done. I'm not going to say that with any confidence at this point, but I don't see obvious kitten shenanigans going on in there. But again, once there's just one left and it's close to the birth canal, you won't see the external belly vision as obviously as we do with multiple kittens in there. So I think it's unlikely that she would have two more coming, unless there's one like really close to the birth canal and one on the other side of the uterine horn. That would be possible. But she's definitely resting up while she can. Can't tell if she has delivered the 4th placenta yet. Oh, man. I'm glad the adrenaline part of the night was earlier. It would be nice if she did have an enormous belly, but sometimes that's fluid. Sometimes some of the moms have just a lot more fluid than others, and so their bellies get huge. But and sometimes the first litters of the season are smaller in number, but since she's an experienced mom, it's less likely that's the case. But everyone's looking pretty content. Everyone we can see anyway. Oh, there is a little push shift. That could be the placenta, or it could be the beginnings of, oh, that's a good one. Maybe this is the beginnings of kitten number 5 or placenta number 4, or both. Sometimes the placentas get tangled. Question in chat, would she expel this fluid through urination? It's mostly fluid in and around her uterus and the kitten sacs and all that stuff. So most of it will be expelled during birth, but certainly general water retention would be oh, there's a placenta. Let's get a close-up of that placenta. That is placenta number 4. All right, kitten number 4 is now free to attend the milk bar. Just about, anyway. Now we will see if she gets comfortable or if she has more contractions. Oh goodness, here, Papa. You're being such a mess tonight. All right, that's good. Now I see number 4 here. There's number 4 kind of looking long and angular and still a bit wet, but in pretty good position for some milk bar. We'll have to see, is he solid gray or tabby? We'll see once he's dry. And I think she's just doing some general cleanup back there. Still TBD if we have a 5th kitten coming or if we can be happy that we only have 4. The only sex we know so far is number 2 is a girl. But I will check them and weigh them once she's done. I would like to see number 4 get a good latch. I think everyone else has had good latches. But she may have to lay down and give them some good access before everyone can get really well latched. She's definitely not going to stay calm when I come in to weigh them, etc. She's going to protect her kitten, which is why I'm going to wait until she's done, or at least until I'm reasonably, confident enough that she's done, and then we'll try to be very fast and weigh kittens and check pallets and sex and put collars on anyone who we need help telling apart so that we track their weights closely. Oh, Miracle Puff's playing with some garbage, so it's going to be noisy for a minute. Oh, standing up and reorganizing. Someone maintained their latch. They all look very well sized. No tongs to get kittens. I don't use tongs for kittens because it's too easy to injure them that way. I will use hand covered by a blanket so that the blanket shields the kittens and you can just quickly pull out the kittens. No tongs or spatulas. With kittens, which makes them a target, especially if you have a mom that's punching. We always cover with the blanket when we're grabbing them to keep them safe. Good question. How much risk is there for kitten number 2 to have hypoxia? I don't think she was down for long. She still had some color when I pulled her out, and we were able to give a few minutes of oxygen, not like a super long course of oxygen, but her heart rate rebounded pretty quickly once I got her respiration going. And so I think the risk is probably low, relatively low. because she was in the birth canal for, obviously longer than I would have liked, but she rebounded quite quickly. So we'll see. Impossible to know yet, but we will be able to tell in the first week if there are any long-term effects. Thank you so much for the super chat or the donation. That was very generous of you. Let's see, I'm going to zoom in on the milk bar. See if we can get some confirmation of latch. I'm sorry I'm so slow and tired. It's been a long, intense day. We're at the end of a 23rd hour of a very intense day today. But so you're getting my tiredest, most drained ramblings. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, the rambling barrel at this point. Get in there, buddy. But I am relieved to have this birth almost done and everyone looking really good. And everyone alive. Now the Miracle Puff is covering up his floor pee. All right, number 4 is looking well positioned for an armpit nipple. Oh, let's see. Maybe a lower level one. Get in there, buddy. There's some good options very nearby. There's one. Oh, so close to your face. So close. Oh, now we're going over there. He's doing some good rooting. He's going to find one. There's like 4 available nipples where he's been. Oh, wait a second. Did I just see kittens up there? Oh, yeah, there's still one in there. Pretty sure that's what that was. Oh, let me look on the YouTube. Since there's a there, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's definitely one still in there. Darn. I was hoping we would be done. Why is it so high up? Okay, well, we've got more coming then. Hopefully just one more, but oh my goodness. Oh. Brooke will be back in another 4 hours. Get your nipples now, kittens. Leave your nipples. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. I suppose 5 a.m. West Coast is about 8 a.m. East Coast, so you guys are just waking up maybe. Well, 8 a.m. you've probably been up for a while maybe. Oh. So good morning, East Coast. Oh, 5 a.m. at LAX. You must have had to get up early to make it there by 5. Get in there. There's a nipple right by your face. There. Oh, it's like so close. Right there. Right there. Nope. too big of corrections. But armpit nipple might be, let's see. We'll zoom out. Did we find an armpit nipple? I hear the sounds of latching. This looks promising. Zooming in more. No, it looks promising. Wow. I think I set up the new nest idea at, I don't even know, midnight maybe. So was it 5 hours ago? About. Hmm. So it was just as soon as I walked in the door from Seattle. I think we have a latch there for number 4. That's excellent. I think everybody now has latched. Do we still have a butt kitten? Let's see. I think the butt kitten has consolidated to the milk bar. Well, that's good. We have 4 latchers. That's a good sign. Getting all that good colostrum. It definitely seems like a latch. A nice contented latch. His belly is the least rotund, but he's also still wet, so that's a contributing factor. But you can tell number 2 and number 1 have definitely nursed. They're quite round. And we'll have to see how round 3 and 4 get. I think 3 is underneath number 1. So likely to be latched on a lower nipple. Oh, that may be actually a paw that I'm looking at, but I think, well, 3 is clearly on the bottom somewhere. Unless unless they have burrowed fully into the floof somewhere. Nothing visible on the other angle. Yes, I will get the blanket changed at some point, but I don't want to stress her out anymore with any more visits. The earlier visit was life or death. And this visit to change blanket and weigh them and stuff, as long as everybody is getting a good latch, then the urgency to weigh them is less. Oops. Does look like a defensive nipple position. Oops. Oh, there's a tabby underbelly. There's number 3 underneath number 4. So presumably 3 is also latched. Oh, the camera's having trouble focusing on the cuteness. All right, well, that's good. 4 kittens have latched successfully. Good latches. Oh, there's some big time movement there. Number 3 is latched underneath number 4. But when we don't hear squeaking for extended periods of time, that's a sign of content kittens. Vigorous kitten movement. Kitten is being moved toward the exit. Whew. I hope we get at least one floofy kitten. That would be very cute. Oh. She's done such a great job. And the kittens have been very good at latching. So hopefully she'll head over and have a little snack at some point. Now that she's given the kittens time to get latched and filled up, then she'll have some good nutrition to power through the last one or two. Let's hope fun, but I don't know. Sorry about the yawning. It was the 1 year death anniversary of my sister. Today, I guess yesterday, technically, which is why I was in Seattle with my family, so it was very emotionally intense, hard day. And then as soon as I got back home, the birth started. So that is why all the yawning and rambling, because my brain needs a little recharge time, which I will have after this is over. But in the meantime, you guys are stuck with a rambling post-traumatic post-traumatic grief day. Me. But I got to see my nephews and my brother-in-law and my parents and some of my sister's friends. So it was nice to see everybody. But I appreciate you all understanding and giving me a little grace for being rambly and a bit brain foggy after the emotional drain. I'm sure everyone has experienced that sort of thing. But also very grateful to be having a birth that's going well with only one death-defying hiccup that turned out and had a happy ending. So we'll take it. Yes, the firsts. The firsts are difficult. This was our last first thing, the first anniversary of the death. And so now we're on to our seconds of everything. My nephews are 16 and 14. Very happy to see latching. Latching, clumping, all the kittens doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. And Sally's looking nice and relaxed. She's had amazing instincts this whole time. She's conserving her energy so that when number 5 starts to come, she can give some good contractions and get him out. Oh, sorry. Mm. I appreciate all of the support and encouragement and love from my tiny village. You guys are the best. You're going to make me cry. I'm going to look at some kittens, adorable, healthy kittens. Mm. Maybe I should give Casper and Edie some snacks in case so that when this is over and I go to take a nap, they have an early breakfast. That's a good idea. What are they doing right now? You guys have lots of collective emotional intelligence. And probably trauma. And we have kittens. Kittens to help with all of that. Oops. Okay. I think I will go drop some snacks off. Oof. I think I will go quickly drop some snacks off for Casper and Edie so that they don't have to wait for breakfast if I do fall asleep later when we're done. So, pardon me while I go do that. And I will zoom out first. And then at some point we will have another kitten on the way. But I will mute for now so that I can go do their early breakfast things. And did she just activate as if someone was headbutting her full bladder? Her bladder is probably feeling full. Although she does have more space in there now. So that's good. I think we have 2 little dilutes and 2 non-dilutes in there. That's pretty cute. Number 5 will be a tiebreaker. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to mute this so you don't have to listen to me grunting and sighing as I go down to Casper. Oh, sorry. All right, I can do this. All right, I'll be back though. Oh, number 5, efficiently delivered. I was just contemplating changing out of my Seattle clothes. And had unplugged the microphone so I could bring my laptop and watch it while I changed. And then I looked, and all of a sudden there was a little wet head. That's exciting. That happened fast. That was so. All right, 5. So 5 looks like another tabby of some sort. All right, let's see. We've got privacy foot right now. All right. And there's a wow. Is that? No, that's one of the previous tabbies. I was like, that tabby looks awfully dry. That is an imposter tabby from earlier. That's number 2, I think, actually. Covering up number 5. Yeah. Oh, Tabby Tuxie with a face. I think we have a white face. Let's zoom in. Closer look. Looking good, number 5. Okay, number 5. Tabby Tuxie. So, is there placenta in the works? Could be. Cute. So we did get a little bit of variety. And it remains to be seen if anyone is going to be floofy like Mama. Usually around 3 weeks is when we can tell who's going to be floofy and who isn't. Very cute. Wait, Are we looking at, what are we looking at here? Did we have two come out, or does someone just look wet? Am I looking at a backwards kitten? Or a foot or something? Someone that just looks wet. No, I think that's a previous kitten who, oh yeah, I see now. That's number 2's butt. Maybe we got a 2-for-1. Don't mind me over here rambling. There goes number 1, trying to get in the middle of it all. That's a cute kitten. Okay, now we just have to, I assume we're waiting on Placenta. Now we still don't know if that's it for kittens. So we'll watch for, oops, sorry. Oh boy, lots of kitten drama. Woo. They're fast. Uh-oh, someone's about to get swamped. Saxon is sleeping on top of the nests at the windowsill. Uh, So I presume we're waiting for Placenta, and then we will see. .6 I wonder what time the sun rises. let's see, 6:40. We have 47 minutes till sunrise. And the temperature is 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine these poor little wet babies out there in 38 degrees. How hard it would be to keep them from freezing. I don't think she'd be able to keep them from freezing because she eventually will have to leave the nest to go hunt for food, or well, the farmer does feed them, which is wonderful. So and there's a barn, so she would be not completely on her own, but he would still have to leave the nest to go eat at some point, and they would get cold so quickly. 38 degrees is cold. I get cold immediately if I go outside in 38-degree weather. 38 degrees Fahrenheit. So in Fahrenheit, freezing is 32 degrees. So 0 degrees Celsius is the same as 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're listening to the Oracuda burying someone's poop in the litter box in the background, in case you can't hear what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's just a few degrees above freezing. Um, so that would be very cold. It's very cold for newborn babies. Even though she's floofy and a great mom, and she's kept them all very close to her the whole time. So they would have a better chance than many. But we find kittens on farms in like buckets, in metal wheelbarrows, sometimes in straw and hay, which is nice, or shavings, which are much better places. But sorry, even when they're in somewhere like that, 38 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius is extremely cold and extremely dangerous, because they're not able to maintain their temperature at this age. So they if they're even a little bit damp, especially, and if she had to go find food, or fight off a predator or something like that, or if something startled her away from the nest, they would not have long at all before they became hypothermic. So it's good that they're inside where it's warm and safe, and where number two could be resuscitated quickly and successfully. So yeah, we have the sheep barn for the brambles is a very nice place to have kittens, although nobody had kittens there last year, which is great. But number five is doing well. She hasn't pushed out the placenta yet, so number five is tethered still to the birth canal via the placenta. So she'll need to have a few minor contractions to push out the placenta, and then she will cut the cord, and then the kitten will be free to join the others at the milk bar. Oh, oh. But number 5 has a nice fluffy butt and tail to snuggle into and stay warm while they wait for Placenta to arrive. I would love to know the actual birth weights, but it's not worth disturbing her. Probably by the time she's done and we're getting weights, it will be, they will have been nursing for, well, number 1 was born around 1:16 a.m., so it's already been almost 5 hours. We do have a birth weight on number 2, though. So we'll see how much she has gained. So we might, yeah, so maybe a few hours before we get actual weights on them, and oh my goodness, more rambunction with the Oracuda and the Miracle Kitten. And there marks officially 24 hours of being awake. I hope she's done with having 5 kittens out. We can keep an eye on her belly for more movement of kittens. And as I mentioned a while ago, don't be alarmed if you see her panting. Mom, if the kittens are panting, that's not good, but they look great so far. But if you see mom panting, don't panic, because it's very normal, just related to hormones and contractions and the stress of birthing and producing milk, and all of that puts strain on their body, and they will very frequently pant, and not just during and directly after labor. It can last for a couple of weeks that they will pant on and off. So we do monitor them for all the things that we need to worry about, but panting is quite normal. Yes, I'm hoping to sleep soon. I think Brooke will be in around maybe 9 or so, since she covered for me yesterday while I was in Seattle. So she put in a long day yesterday. And it's a Friday, so Brooke is our only morning person. So she'll probably be in a little bit later than usual. And so I'm keeping an eye on things till then, and then she will take over, and then Gwen will be in the afternoon. So I'm thinking that by the time we wait to see if there's a sixth kitten and all of that, maybe close to the time Brooke's coming in. And then maybe she will weigh the kittens. And I will nap. Oh, my battery is going to die unless I plug it in immediately, but I have packed the charging cable. So I need to go unpack it. Hold on, everybody. Ooh, I'm stuck. Okay. And I need to find okay. Oof. Okay. Oh, that was right into the camera, wasn't it? All right. Cute kitten. Oh, have you had arrival of placenta? So exciting. Okay. Sunrise, 6:40 a.m. So half hour-ish till sunrise. She's a good protective mama. There, number 5 is getting closer to the milk bar. Mm. Number 5, Tabby Tuxie. Okay, so you come with me. Okay. Anyway, your Kuda has come to visit. I have updated the team. Looks like number 5 is able to reach the lower nipples there. Get some milk bar. I'm guessing we don't have placenta quite yet, so we'll see. But everyone's looking great. All right, I'm gonna mute again until something exciting happens. Thanks for watching. And good morning to anyone who's waking up to kittens. 5 adorable kittens. I almost said 7. I don't know why. There are only 5 kittens. Externally, anyway. We don't know yet if there are more coming. But time will tell. And Brooke will be in sometime in a couple of hours. She will probably be the one doing the weighing because I think she will be more functional than me. And there is no time frame for when the placenta must come out, other than we don't want the kitten being separated from the placenta while the placenta is still inside, because if she retains the placenta, then it can cause very serious infection. So we do try to always count that the same number of placentas come out. Oh, somebody's calling me at 6 in the morning with no caller ID. I don't know if anyone I know would call me at 6:20 in the morning without texting me first to tell me. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if that was just an early morning spam or if I've missed some sort of thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, I totally got distracted by that. Yes, I'm ready for. I have been awake for 24.5 hours. So my functional level is low, very low. But Yes. The Orcuda is now laying on my legs. Yes, my own cats stay inside. Outside is dangerous and scary. So anyway, to ramblingly recap, we have 5 beautiful kittens, 4 placentas. So we're still waiting on the 5th kitten's placenta. Mama is tired and needs to regroup a little bit, and then once she has energy, she'll have a few more contractions to push out the placenta. And then kitten number 5 will be able to venture past the lower nibbles, but it does look like number 5 may actually have managed to get latched down there, which would be great. Let's zoom in and take a look at that. Whoa, look how I zoomed in like really far. Serious zooming business is what that is. Let's focus. Can we focus? Nope. Can we? Do I have to manually focus you? Oh my gosh, that did not work at all. Focus. Here we go. You can see number 5 because they are still wet, but it does look promising that there may be a latch already. Despite all the other kittens stepping on them and being rambunctious. I think we've got the first 4 have all had good latches. So if number 5 is indeed latched and latched well enough that the other kittens climbing over him or her hasn't dislodged him, then that's a good latch. So that's a great sign. We can see I think that's number 2 clearly has a good latch. I think I overzoomed. I got overzealous with my overzooming. But I'm going to go ahead and say we've got at least 4 of the 5 latched right now. Number 1 is trying to find a nipple to steal. I did have to intervene after the second kitten was born because she was breech, and normally that's more or less okay, but her head was stuck in the birth canal for quite a while. And so I went over to see if I could help unstick her head. But luckily, by the time I got suited up and everything, Sally had just pushed her head out. However, she wasn't breathing by that point. So she did need to be resuscitated, which basically involves like clearing the airway and vigorously stimulating them. And we had our oxygen, and Catherine came in to assist to help like find things and put the oxygen together, and was amazing. And so she number 2 responded really quickly, and I got her heart going really quickly, and her color was good, and she had a little oxygen. And so, and then you can see now she's one of the fattest kittens. and is doing really well. You wouldn't even be able to tell by looking that she was essentially stillborn. Um, so so that's the only intervention that was needed, thankfully. But it is one of those times where it definitely would have had a different outcome if we had not intervened. So um, yeah. So yeah, this is why we show the uncensored reality of the miracle of birth, because in when you have barn cats or whatever, you don't usually see the ones that don't make it right away, and you don't see all the ways in which um, they're so vulnerable. And so uh, we've learned a lot over the years, and are much better at knowing what to do now than we were 10 years ago, that's for sure. But everything's looking really good at this point. We don't know if um, we don't know if she um, I totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh. I will eventually maybe post a video of what that birth looked like, because it had a good outcome. But just so you can see what happened with that on TinyKittens maybe. But it's always difficult to know the timing, to know how long to wait, because it's always best if we don't intervene. That's the best possible thing, but sometimes we have to intervene because it becomes life or death, and kind of knowing when it crosses the line is something that um, is always stressful. But anyway, you can see we have 5 really healthy looking kittens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we don't know if there's a 6th one coming. And so we'll see. So I'll keep watching. But I'm going to mute the stream, or mute the voiceover. I mean, not the stream, but just me talking, because I don't have anything exciting to say anyway. Other than thank you for watching, and thank you for being supportive and giving me grace for my extreme incoherence and rambling. We do have 5 healthy babies, and not sure if there's a 6th on the way, and I will continue watching until Brooke arrives. And I think you're hearing Saxon in the background singing the song. Um, I think it's her that we're hearing. Anyway, so thanks to everybody who's watched, and I'll post the full birth video. It will be a while though, because it takes a while to download and then process and then upload. So you can go back on the DVR for a while, but I will post it after that. So thank you to everyone who's watching, and I'll come back on if anything exciting happens. And good night for now.